Please rise for the pledge.
Good morning, Bulldogs! I'm Nico Wright Phillips.
And I'm Ricky Howard.
Happy Veterans Day.
Good morning. My name is Mr. Uranaga. At the 11th hour, on the 11th day, in the 11th month, the armistice between the Allies and Germans took effect in 1918. The guns of World War I went silent. In the following years, November 11th would be known as Remembrance Day throughout Europe and North America. Congress passed a resolution in 1926 for an annual observance, and November 11th became a national holiday beginning in 1938. In 1954, it was changed to recognize the millions of men and women who answered the call to protect their homes, their neighbors, their friends and family, and citizens who lived in faraway parts of the country they did not know. Many of them held totally opposite views of theirs, but they offered to lay down their lives anyway to defend their freedoms and protections. Unlike Memorial Day, Veterans Day pays tribute to all American veterans, living or dead, but especially gives thanks to living veterans who served their country honorably during war or peacetime. We realize we have just come through a bitter and divided time in our democratic way of life. But what is certain is that the men and women who served and are serving our country defend it. It makes no difference who is in charge and what the results of any election say. If they can come through together and defend us, we can come together and honor them. Many of your teachers and many people who work here served in all branches of the military, including veterans named here. We thank them for their service. Please do so when you see them today. If you know a person in your life who has served our country in Korea, Vietnam, Iraq, Afghanistan, or elsewhere, please take a moment to reflect on the service they made and thank them. It's the very least we can do for people who did so much.
The menu choices for today are chicken breast filet sandwich, cheeseburgers, hot dogs, assorted cold sandwiches, or salad entree.
Attention all students, Lunch and Learn is closed today. I repeat, Lunch and Learn is closed today. Today, in transitions, all students are required to complete the MTSS survey.
Freshmen will report directly to transitions and will eat L2 in the cafeteria. Sophomores should report directly to the cafeteria L1 and will go to transitions for L2.
Juniors and seniors will report directly to transitions and will complete the MTSS survey. At 11:42, juniors will be permitted to leave transitions to purchase your lunch or learn for open lunch, but you must return to transitions to eat. At 11:55, seniors will be permitted to leave transitions to purchase your lunch or leave for open lunch, but you must return to transitions to eat.
And good morning, Bulldogs. For this week's drawings for staff, the Care Awards, we have Mr. Paterno, Mr. Dahl, Mr. Shipley, Mrs. Lalick, Mrs. Weicker, Ms. Rodriguez, Mrs. Kazi, Mr. Rodriguez, Mrs. Olkowski, Mr. Geller, Mr. Storm, Mr. Runk, Mr. Paterno, Mr. Eckbold, Mrs. Steiger, Mrs. Fahm, Mrs. Brown, Miss Myers, Ms. Haynes, Miss Lewis, and Mr. Meese, and, Mrs. Meese, Mrs. Strathmeyer, Mrs. Carl, and Mrs. Hoffman. And the winner for the stellar staff this week goes to Mr. Runk. Congratulations, Mr. Runk. For the 11th and 12th grade nominees this week, we have Donovan Jordan Brown, Janelle Olivo, Melvin Rodriguez, Chase Willow, Christina Strasbaugh, Angel Sixtos, Bella Anderson, Jaden Exford, Libby Newson, Elizabeth Reams, Logan Smith, Carly-Ann Matias Torres, Daniel Wynn, Reagan Hughes, Madison Puckett, and my Angel Salisbury. And the winner for this week's 9th and 10th grade goes to Angel Sixtos. Congratulations, Angel. And for the 11th and 12th grade nominees this week, we have Bryce Shingling, Christina Angiorlis, Nate Brown, Layla Wallace, Zach Buckhammer, Braylee Yost, Maya Sixtos, Adam Knoll, Stephanie Anstein, and Anna Palmquist. And this week's 11th and 12th grade winner goes to Anna Palmquist. Congratulations to our winners. You are stellar because you care. Have a great weekend, Bulldogs.
Attention seniors, the senior class 23 photo will be taken on Tuesday, November 15th. Please report to the football field at the beginning of Block 2 and follow directions to line up for the photo. Remember, that is Tuesday, November 15th at 9:15, the beginning of Block 2.
Oh my God.
Slow down.
Yeah, you're going mad fast.
Reminder to all cheerleaders, basketball players, swimmers, and wrestlers, you must register on Family ID and have your physical uploaded on Family ID by Thursday, November 17th, in order to be permitted to practice on the first day of practice, Friday, November 18th.
And now for a special edition of Tate's Takeaways.
Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, the venue for today's football matchup between the Miami Hurricanes and the Florida State Seminoles. There was some good news coming into this game for the Miami Hurricanes, as starting quarterback Tyler Van Dyke was returning from a shoulder injury that he sustained 2 weeks ago. That didn't matter much though, as on their first drive of the game, the Florida State offense was able to benefit off of a pass interference call to throw a deep touchdown to take the lead, 7-0. Then after a Miami field goal, Florida State would march right back down the field, and after a cute play-action play, they would score another touchdown to make it 14-3. Let's see what one of the fans thought of Florida State taking an early lead here. Things would turn around for the young Miami fan, as in the second quarter, Jordan Travis would throw an interception deep to Miami Hurricanes corner DJ Ivey. This wouldn't matter much though, as Florida State would come right back after Miami failed to answer, and they would score their third touchdown of the game. Then, they would score their fourth. Before halftime, they kicked a field goal to make the game 28-3. Now, what else was going on in the sports world at this moment? Well, the Houston Astros took the lead against the Phillies in Game 6 of the World Series. The young Miami fan is also a Phillies fan. Let's see how he's reacting to all of this. In the second half, things wouldn't get much better, and Florida State would eventually take a 45-3 lead. However, the Miami fan still has hope, seen on the TV broadcast as Florida State went up 45-3.
45-3. They're not showing the score on the Jumbotron anymore. What a game.
Elsewhere in the world, the Houston Astros won the World Series. The young fan was disappointed. His Phillies couldn't get it done. As the teams merged onto the field, all he had were the memories we made along the way.
How many .5 photos do you have on your phone? Are they clogging your storage? Then send them, and any other photos you have of school activities, to the yearbook. Simply find one of the QR codes around the school and upload them. You might have your face in the yearbook. And speaking of yearbook, the price is about to go up after today, so make sure you reserve yours today at jocelyn's.com before it's too late.
Have a great day, West York. That wasn't too bad.
Goes off.